Hey, what's up, everybody? I have got the wild huckleberry in my ears, so let me shut them down, y'all. Sorry about that. I was hanging out with them right up till time to come hang out with you guys. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Hi, Tamara and Dave. Glad you're in here. Hello, Joey. Fix it for you. I see you're in here. How is everyone doing? Dina is hooked up, and I don't know if you guys can hear, but there might be a few chicks in the room with me. I've got chicks hatching right here behind me. There's a couple chicks in there right now, and the next incubator over has a chick in it. Not supposed to start hatching until tomorrow. And then I went to our local farm store, Bumgar's, and we bought two new breeds of chicks. So I've got 40 chicks over here in brooders. So I do have the, hey Scotty, welcome in. I imagine you can hear the chicks. They're going kind of crazy right now. They were being quiet just a few minutes ago. Hey, Liberty Layers. Bodie, I'm sorry to hear about those peafowls flying away. Virginia Alexandra, how are you? So everybody in here, including Bodie, I'd love for you guys, somebody, if you'd like to, join me on panel. I put the link up. It should be floating at the top, pinned, so you can click that link. And when I notice you, because Restream doesn't make it super easy, but when I notice you, I will bring you up on panel and we can just sit and talk and have a good time. Bodie, I'd love to have you come up. I know I cannot. I'm gonna try to bring Bodie. I wanna post his channel. Can one of my have I got some mods in here that can post Bodie's channel for me? Let's see. I think some of y'all are mods. Why are they not showing up as mods? Let me see if I can do it on my phone. But Bodie, if you click that link, it'll take you in, and you can jump up here and talk with us. I'm competing against the walkers. I heard somebody's clicking. It is my friend, new friend, Bodie. Come on up,
Hey,
Bodie.
how
How
are
are
you?
you, man?
Good.
We're doing good. I'm trying to share your link out right quick.
Okay. Well,
So
I
you turn them
appreciate that.
loose. Is this the first time you turned those peafowl loose?
Yes, I've had them penned up for about 8 months, and I was told to have them penned up for 4 to 6 months before you let them out, so they know where to come home to. And
Yeah.
I opened the door. They were curious for the first 5 minutes, and then they just jumped up in their aviary that I built. And I went and cleaned brooders and did my thing, and next thing you know, I came out and my peahen was out. And so I sat here real quiet and she came up close and I thought the male was still in there. The other hen was honking to her. And the next thing you know, out of this tree right there, my peafowl, my male, just flew and he went, "Whoop," and he went all the way over here somewhere. And I was
Wow.
like, "Oh man, that's kind of crazy. I gotta try to catch her and clip her wings so she can't fly like he just did." And well, she got away. If anyone has peafowl, they're a lot stronger than chickens. That's for dang sure.
For sure. We don't have them, but I think they're pretty. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I live too close to a major highway. I'd worry about them all the time.
yeah. She ended up. I don't know if you can see in the back of the picture that barn. She
Yeah,
sat up there for about 3 hours. And I sat on a chair on the porch, just trying to be quiet, hoping they'd come home. And I fell asleep sitting there. And my wife came home and said, "What are you doing?" I said,
that
"I'm
sounds
waiting
like a
for."
good day, man.
I said, "I'm waiting for the peafowl to come back." And I look over and she was gone. So I have no idea where she's at.
Well,
But I
hopefully
think,
they'll come back at dusk.
yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully.
I got one hen still in the pen.
You think eight
So
months would be long enough?
yeah. I would think so. And I mean, this is my aviary, so they got a 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot extension off their 8 by 8, and this is where they've been playing.
Well, that's
I
pretty
got,
cool. That's a
I
nice.
got one, I got one peafowl still in there, a peahen. Uh, she's just a couple months younger, but she hasn't went anywhere. So I'm hoping she'll call them back, but she ain't been honking lately. So
Hopefully, hopefully.
yeah,
So, if for
I hope
those of
so.
you
I
out
mean,
there that don't know Bodie, Rebecca and myself have posted his channel. Now we met Bodie last weekend at the 10 Killer YouTube meetup. I
yep.
think Bodie's going to be a great addition to our little community. He's a good guy. Got to shake his hand, talk with him, visit with him. Y'all go check out his channel. I know we only got 9 people in here right now, and I'm not vertical. It's just too tough. If Deanna was in here with me, it's too tough to have her in the scene with me. But
Well, I appreciate that.
man,
So,
I just excited. I just checked you out a little bit. I'll be honest, I have not watched a full video yet, but
well,
it's been a
I'm
busy week.
they're not very good yet, but
Oh,
I'm
that's how
only
you get good. You just
I'm
keep
only
doing it.
about 5 weeks old now, so I'm getting there. But I
Scotty said he posted you up too there, so
yeah,
thank you, Scotty. I appreciate that. We got a
I
good
got
community, Bodie, and if you come
yeah.
hang out with us on Sundays, or hey, we got an open spot at 4 a.m. where you could be part of the Sunday Homestead Hangout.
4 a.m.
4,
That's pretty
4 p.m. 4 p.m.
4
not 4
p.m.
a.m.
Okay, I was gonna say 4 a.m. I mean, I was up
Hey,
getting ready. Found out about a swap meet this morning, and my buddy took 150 barnyard mixes, and I brought 13 Brahmas and Silkies, and I was sold out within 10 minutes of getting there. And
that's
he
pretty
sold
cool.
out of everything, and I ended up coming home with a Serama rooster.
What
So,
kind of money? What kind of money were they bringing? If you don't mind me asking. Hey,
um,
hello, Birmingham, Alabama. Glad you're in here.
my Silkies and Brahmas were bringing $10 a chick, day old chicks.
As you
Uh,
can hear, I got a room full of chicks with me right
yeah.
now. I got a pen full of speckled Sussex and a pen full, well, brooder, and a brooder full of chocolate Orpingtons, which is,
Them chocolate Orpingtons will sell great. I
yeah,
know.
the speckled Sussex do good too.
Yeah, they're a great breed. I'm not sure where you're at. I know the first Sunday of every month in Mulvane, Kansas. If you got to pay $10 to get in to sell, but you just bring what you got and you pull it in, and then you sell what you got, and then you leave when you're done.
Well, we're a
We
little
sold.
far from Mulvane. We're in South
Okay,
Central Oklahoma.
okay. Well, I know Mulvane's right there in South Central Kansas, but we sold 180 chicks within 2 hours.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
I
and
sell a lot of them from the farm and a lot of them from auctions. So uh, you're freezing up just a little bit there, Bodie.
okay.
I can. Your voice is good, but your picture's
Well, I'm
freezing
sorry
just a
about
little
that.
bit. That's all right.
Okay. This is what I got going on right now. I got some about month old or 2, 3 month old Australorps,
Hey, there you go. Australorp's a good bird. They're pretty bird. That
and
black
then I
with
got
the green sheen. I like them Australorps. Hey, Gillum Farms,
yep,
welcome in.
and then I got another 30 Australorps here that I'm raising for someone for 4 months before he takes them. But these are my brooders that I made. I got some wire cages and I reinforced them with some fence pickets, so it's easier to clean out. I got these are my Malaysian Seramas in here, and then I got some Silkies in here,
I tell you what, them
and then
silkies
I got
bring good
this.
money.
Here's my incubators.
Now, where did you get that incubator?
Yeah, there's my. I bought that thing off Temu.
That's what I was thinking. Are you
Yeah.
happy with it?
I am so far. I got my first batch locked down on the bottom. This top batch I lock down tomorrow, and you just take the rollers out.
Yeah. Can you
and
see
it
behind me
has the
here?
grates on the bottom. I paid maybe $70 for it, and it holds 160 eggs,
Cool beans.
and it has all the temperature control, humidity control. Everything's been great
That's nice. You see mine
on
behind
that.
me, Bodie? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
got
do.
chicks hatching today. Those are American breasts in the incubators.
Okay, yeah, those are good
Hey,
sellers.
not so much around here. Hey, John, it's Simple
No,
Acres. Let me just tell you, right here is where your hat would be if I had one that said, you know, I'm just picking on you, man. Uh, I am not short of hats. I still got one right here that I got last week at 10 Killer. And Rebecca does a fine job, y'all. But anyway, it is way too
yeah,
warm in
she
here
does.
because of the brooders. Johnny says I run red up in the fastest class. There, Scotty. Hey,
Yeah, I did see the video with his GTO on the trailer getting ready to go race this
yeah, I
weekend.
knew he was going to race, but there wasn't no way I could get there. Dina's dad had back surgery Wednesday or Thursday, and he hasn't been able to move his legs since. So
Uh,
we have been
Sorry
up
to hear
there
that.
in Oklahoma City and yeah, back and forth. So congratulations, Johnny. I'm gonna catch one of them races live one of these days. So hey, I am sporting Johnny's
Yeah.
shirt, Gillum Farm.
Oh yeah. There you
But
go.
you a Michigan fan?
Yes, I am. I was raised in Michigan, born in Florida, raised in
What part of
Michigan.
Michigan?
So
What part of Michigan?
I'm right outside of Flint.
So we got well, I got a brother and two sisters that live in the Mount Pleasant area,
Okay, I know exactly where that is. I used to go to that
and
casino
we
all the
got
time.
a family cabin up in the Upper Peninsula near Shingleton. So
Okay,
they're
yeah, that's beautiful
stepbrothers
up
and
there.
sisters. I've never lived there. Only been there a handful of times, but I love it up there at that cabin in the Hiawatha.
It's so beautiful once you get like north of the
Yeah,
thumb, as they say.
it's that
Uh,
Hiawatha National Forest.
it's just
It is.
beautiful. Yep, yep.
So it's the trees are
And
100.
then the upper peninsula is just like being in the
Yeah, it
wild,
is.
man.
In that cabin,
Uh,
we're on 20
yeah.
acres, and there is no structure within a couple of miles that I know of in any direction. So it's a couple of miles, a little right at a mile off the highway back into it. So
Okay.
it's near Boot
Yeah.
Lake or Shingleton. Yeah.
Okay. I used to go up to Ironwood, which is in the upper peninsula. It's the upper tip on the west side, and we used to deer hunt there in the
Well,
wintertime.
there's some good hunting up there. There's some good hunting. Hi,
Yeah,
Johnny. Thank you
yeah. There's some
for.
big
I
deer.
like that shirt too. I just happened to put it on this morning. Wasn't thinking about going live, and I sported it all the way through church and up to Oklahoma City. I've been advertising you all day. Johnny's in the chat, so I don't know if you can. Bodie left me. I don't know if he meant to, but he is out of here. So Johnny, I wish I could make that race. One of these days I will. Hopefully, good Lord willing, it would be fun. I don't know why Bodie. There he goes. He's gone. He was still on my phone chat, but so Deanna's hooked up with a project and not going to be in here tonight. And Robbie or anybody else that would like to jump on and just chat among the chickens and the birds, come on. I'd love to have you. Hey, Wanda Henry, how are you? Welcome in. We are glad you're in here. I'll scroll back through the chat a little bit. Hello again, everyone. I think I caught everybody as they were coming in. Kind of light on numbers tonight, but that's okay. Let's see. Hello from Birmingham, Alabama. W. Washington. We are glad you're in here, Birmingham. I've been there one time. Just once, back in my 20s. Red Dirt Rooster Road, I didn't see y'all jump in, so how are y'all? Welcome in. Look forward to y'all's live here in about 45 minutes. And so let's see who else. Scotty, you did post it, and I appreciate you doing that. Y'all check out that Liberty Layers hideout. Bodie has got a young channel and he's growing. Joy Bartlett, welcome in. Wild Huckleberry. There he is. Let's see if we can get him up here. There we go. What happened, Robbie? Hang on. I'm click happy. I was double clicking. So now there's Robbie. Y'all say hello.
Hello.
Out in space. Hi there. Glad you're in here. I missed
Hey, Andrew.
Yes. Is that who out in space is? Andrew, your son, Andrew?
Yes. Yes.
Bodie is chiming back in. I was going to say, I'll be your son too. Bodie got the big picture.
Hey, sorry about
Bodie's
that.
big.
My phone slipped and my thumb hit a button, and next thing you know, I was completely off YouTube and everything on my phone. So
it's all right, man.
I apologize about that.
It happens for sure. Liberty Layers. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. So I was just shouting you out again. Wanda saying hi, Robbie.
Hi, Wanda.
Red Dirt saying
how are you?
Johnny. So, yeah, was your numbers down a little bit today, Robbie? I didn't notice how many was watching.
No, they weren't. We added 11 subscribers today.
That is awesome.
Amen.
We're climbing a little bit. So, how many subscribers you got, Bodie?
Last I looked, I was at 272.
272. Well,
yep.
I'm part of that.
Well, I tell you what,
I'm one of those.
Before 10 Killer, I was at 160.
So there you have it.
That was a week ago.
Deal.
So yeah, it's going good.
A little encouragement. It's been about a year, probably just right at 13 months. I was at 400. Just over 400, almost 500. I don't know if you've seen where I'm at now.
Yep, I have.
We're about to click 11,000.
Awesome.
So just hang in there, keep pumping them out. Them videos about them baby chicks and chickens and peafowl flying off. Oh, you need to play that one up on a video right there.
I got one of them honking together. I had about a 9-minute one where I was waiting to see if one would come out the door, and none of them came out the door, but they were honking. And then I got a few shorts of them honking together, and then they took off, and I don't know where they are, to be honest with you.
Hey, Joy. I hope they come back.
Good.
Yeah, I'm still sitting outside.
Step over here for 1 second, Jack.
Okay.
I've been sitting outside for about 4.5 hours waiting for them to come back. So I'm gonna be out here till dark.
Here in about a little over an hour, they should be coming home.
Yeah.
Cook says, "Oh, Kansas, the land of Oz." LOL.
Oh. Heck. Something was trying to download to my phone, and my phone's being goofy.
Well, you know how them IT guys are; they can't handle nothing.
I know it. We're terrible.
He's smarter than I am. But Money Pit's in here. I seen him a little bit ago. He said earlier that he has T-Mobile. Well, I haven't had very many problems, and I'm on T-Mobile. But I'm not in the thick of trees like Donald and Lisa are.
I know probably over the last 15 years I've tried them all, and I have Verizon. It's worked all over the country where I've moved in the military. So I'm stuck with them. They're kind of pricey, but it works better than my internet at home. I turn off my Wi-Fi when I get home just because it's slower than what my phone is.
Well, if I didn't tell you, thank you for your service from one
thank you, sir.
fat vet to another.
Yes, sir.
So are you doing your disabilities or anything? Working on that?
I'm already 100% disabled.
Okay. My son is too. He just retired from the Air Force in October.
Okay, well, congratulations for him.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's done good. What'd you do, Robbie?
My mother-in-law, when we came back from the dance recital, my mother-in-law stopped at the place and she bought some chicken livers and gave me some of them. So I just warmed them up because I haven't had supper yet.
Dude, I hadn't had supper either. Can you pass me one?
Here you go.
So I will. I don't know. Maybe I said something last week after we got home from 10 Killer because we didn't leave till Sunday, and Robbie didn't either. I tried. Now Robbie's already knows. I tried broccoli cornbread, and y'all, it ain't visually pleasing because the thing looks like it's got some kind of growth in it. But it was
Oh,
good.
Jack.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't too much broccoli. The last thing I want is a big old bite of broccoli, unless
The
it's mushy
opposite for
loaded
me.
in hot sauce and cheese.
I'm a vegetable guy. I love them all. I'll eat
I
them raw. I'll
actually,
eat them cooked. I don't care.
you're welcome, Robbie. You and Robbie gonna get along fine. I am a meat. You can have my share of the vegetables type of guy. Uh, Rebecca wished she could find some good chicken gizzards. Me too. I've
I,
got some livers thawed out right now that I need to fry.
I, we used to have a place when I lived in El Dorado. We had a place that we went to, and they made some wonderful chicken gizzards.
Golden chick.
El
Yeah.
Dorado, where? Kansas or Texas?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, well, eating neither. Cause
Arkansas.
I'm 5 minutes from El Dorado, Kansas, and I was like, "Where's that at?"
Out in space, how are you? Now that
Hello,
was
Andrew.
Andrew. Yeah.
Yep, that's apparently my other son.
Yep. And if you're taking in folks and supporting us, I'm up. I'm up for adoption. Wanda Henry saying hi, Bodie.
Hello.
Lots of
Well,
people in the chat. If you're not keeping up with it, are telling you hi.
it's hard for me to read the chat and be on the video, so I think I might let you two have your conversation, let someone else come in, and then just be active in the chat so I can
You
read
gonna
it.
you gonna leave me all by myself watching him eating chicken livers, ain't you?
Well, he passed you one, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried to. I couldn't even smell it. It smells like chicken squat in here.
I'm sure it does.
So I appreciate you sharing my page. I'll be in the chat,
Hey,
chatting with you and everyone else, and
keep
following
driving.
along.
Keep driving on, Bodie, and consider going live, man. It'll help you.
I've never done that.
I, I had
I
never
tell you
done it.
what,
Doing it right now.
ten,
What you're
10
doing.
killer, 10 killer was the first time I ever went out and met anybody that I had no idea who they were. A group of them by myself, and I've never been made more comfortable in my entire life.
Well, we were
It's a
blessed that
good
you came
bunch.
out, man.
So,
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
up.
blessed with y'all's company, and I, while I was there, I made my tent site for Mid America, and I'm planning on going to Pine Cone or whatever cone something, whatever it's called down
Pinecone
there
Pinecone
in
Fest.
Fest.
Texas.
Yep.
I'm
I'm
still up
I'm
in
gonna hit them
arms.
all. And if my kids don't want to go, my wife don't want to go, I'm gonna take Lemmy. Lemmy's gonna be my sidekick.
Come
So,
on, Bodie and Lemmy.
yep.
Um, Pinecone Fest is a lot of fun. I'm still up in the air about whether or not I'm going to make Mid America. I hope I can.
I know we're
Okay.
not, just because Sonia starts her new job that week, so
You
Okay.
it's
know,
only too hard.
and that's his
Well,
driver.
yeah. Well, I'll follow you guys on the
I know.
lives, and if I don't see you at Mid America, I'm sure I'll see you at another meetup.
So a
Hey,
little bit.
Bodie,
Go
let
ahead.
me say one thing to Bodie.
Yes,
So
sir.
we were 2 years into their channel, and
Okay.
we had not gone live a single time. And at the 2 year mark, on my 2 year anniversary, we did our first live. And that was the point at which I decided, you know what? I was stupid. I wasn't doing lives before, so do them.
Okay.
So
I
here's my advice, Bodie. When you open up your YouTube chat on your phone,
yeah.
or just YouTube, not chat, down there at the bottom there's a plus. You can choose live, and it's that easy. You could be just
Okay.
random
Amen.
live around your farm.
I'm just so mixed up on ums and just how to even talk with people.
Well, you know, one of the best things about lives, you don't have to edit.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
that's true.
just goes
There
up.
you
But
go.
Just goes.
Robbie likes broccoli and editing. I just don't know about him.
And I gonna have a whole bunch to do when I get off of Red Dirt Rooster Road tonight because I got to
Well,
edit. I'm gonna put a little bit of my grandkids doing their dances in there. So
that's cool. That's cool.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, Janae, welcome in.
Well,
So
I appreciate y'all.
Janae,
I'm gonna keep going on the chat. I'm gonna get off the video.
good luck
Uh,
on finding them peafowl.
Thank you. I hope they
yeah,
come back. I'm sitting outside till they come home, so hopefully
fingers
it's not too
crossed.
long. Thank you,
See
sir.
you,
All right,
buddy.
see you, Bodie.
Bye.
Thanks for jumping up here.
Yep.
So, Robbie, how's your week in the rain been? Is
Oh, Jack, you got to lean over now.
Oh, I do. Bodie took me out of the picture, didn't he? I was trying to watch my. I was actually watching my incubator in behind me. So, how's the rain been to you guys?
It hadn't been bad. I said this at one point when every time I go work on my coop, that's when it's gonna rain.
Well, we have 22 county roads washed out in some level or
Ow.
another. Not completely washed out, all of them, but a bunch of them are completely washed out. Yeah, we've got a ton of work left to do, and it's just going to be busy. It's just going to be busy. Hey, BNS, or BNS, I put it all together. BNUS Odyssey, BNS Odyssey, and I'm trying to remember the name. I know the name, and I can't remember it.
It's Beth. It's with
Beth,
Neil.
yeah. Hi, Beth. Welcome in. Yep, Neil, he kept giving fake channels that who he was when he introduced himself.
Yeah, when I walked up to him, he said, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "You are treasure hunter Neil." He said, "Oh yeah, last year I don't remember who he said. He said I told so and so I was another channel, and I had him going for like 2 hours."
Hey, Rod Dodson and Laura, welcome
Hello.
in.
But I did enjoy Ten Killer way more than
It
I
was a
even
lot of
thought I
fun. So
would.
that was your first meetup, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it was my
I said
third.
on my,
10 Killer was my first one, but it was my third one again this year.
I told people on my video that it's so funny going to like um, Okie and then going to Ten Killer because it's so different.
So different. Okie's great. Don't be wrong about that, y'all out there. Okie is worth going to
Yes, it
and
is.
a lot of fun. And it's a busy weekend. But
Hmm.
10 Killers, laid back, chilled, visiting. And,
Yes,
Johnny and those guys cooking. There's Neil in there. Now we got Beth in
there's
here.
Treasure Hunter Neil.
So, welcome in, Neil. Welcome in, Beth. Johnny and those guys that was cooking, they stayed pretty busy. We had some entertainment with Aladdin Pants, and just it's just a fun weekend and it's laid back. That's what I like about it.
Oh, there's
Hi,
so many channels
Contest.
I had either heard about or watched or what that I got to meet. So that was
Yeah,
cool.
that is pretty neat. And honestly, YouTube's how we ended up going to Okie the first year, and we've been every year that Okies came, and we've been every year to 10 Killer since it's only been 2 years. But I expect many, many, many more years of 10 Killer and Okie.
I believe, yeah. I'm just curious as yet. I really don't feel like Oki will be at the same place next year.
Well, I felt like he was going, not just he, Sean's. When I think of Okie, I think of Sean, But there are four of them running that, and I promise you,
Right.
them ladies have their say,
Exactly.
as well as Kevin. But I always think of Sean, but I really felt like last year they would move up because it grew so much from year 2 to year 3.
Yeah.
And now here we are, year 4, and it was, what did we say earlier? 5 stages in the tent. Is that right?
There were 4 stages in the tent.
4 stages in it. 1, 2, yeah, 4 stages in the tent. But it's still, that's a bunch
Oh
from the
yeah.
first year.
Yeah, where there was 1 day and there was 2 stages.
Yep. Monty and Michelle, Gillum saying, Johnny saying hi. So, Johnny, if you ever want to add to the sponsors for 10 Killer, keep us in mind. We would be glad to help any way we can. Just to relieve some of your pressure. And I know there was a lot less pressure this year than last year because y'all restructured a little bit, and I liked it. I think it was great. But
It
if we
was
can help,
fun. Just very relaxing, like you said.
yeah, it's just a good weekend. Just a great getaway weekend. And I know that Mid America is going to be just as much fun. Now, I don't know Big Mike how it's structured. I've never been to Mid America, but it's been around longer than 10 Killer. A year or two, whatever it is. Expos are different from just meetups, and they
I
both
agree.
miss their purpose. That's exactly right. It's exactly right, Beth.
And they're both enjoyable.
Yeah,
They're both
I
extremely
enjoy
enjoyable for very different reasons.
I enjoy both. I enjoy the rendezvous we got coming up in September. Totally
I can't
different.
wait to experience that.
The rendezvous is totally different for me because then I'm speaking and demonstrating there. So, a couple different things, and we need to get Robbie and Sonia hooked up on something. Just
I don't
saying.
know what I could possibly demonstrate on.
Livestock guardian dogs. How to
I
make
didn't
broccoli
exactly.
cornbread.
There you go. Well, that'd be my mother-in-law. So, well,
Right.
my wife made the one up there. So,
There is Hippie Callier. Speaking of the rendezvous, welcome in, Chris and Dodge. Glad y'all are in here. If anybody wanted to jump on panel, we still have room. Thanks, Tuesday.
excuse
Oh,
me.
Janae.
This is
So, Bodie, that Tuesday with Jenny, with Joy, that is Janae. She was at the
that is Jenna. Yeah.
meetup as well.
Yes, she was. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you ahead of time. The rains have just been life changing for some people around here. I have lived in Oklahoma almost my entire life. I lived out in California for a little while when I was just a little tyke and my dad was in the Marine Corps. But other than that, I've lived in Oklahoma and a little bit in Texas for a year or so. And I've seen it flood. I've seen the Ouachita River rolling like nobody's business and flooding houses. Hey, Paul Case, what are you doing?
Uh-oh. Paul's
Never
in here.
mind. I don't care, Paul. But this, and it's not like it's just pouring into town flooding. It's the county roads and the back dry creeks and
Yeah.
things like that has just been unbelievable, the amounts of water. And I've done a little short on it, nothing major, but
Well, I know Monty and Michelle had some flooding at their place, took out at least one fence. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's been devastating to a lot of people. And the just 2 miles north and four miles west of us, a county road washed out, and some people drove off in it, one from each direction in the middle of the night in a heavy rain. And one guy's paralyzed from the neck down, and it was deep, y'all. I mean, I got a picture. I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's not cool. And just like I say, just like 6 miles from our house.
That's not good.
I'll see if I can.
You probably like these, Jack. They're just a little bit spicy.
I would love them. Let me see if I can get this to show up. Y'all see that pickup down in the bottom?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Mm,
I know that's
that's
not
not
showing
good.
up very good, but that's just one of them. Just one spot, and that's not even the county I work in. That's the county I live in. But yeah, it was surprising. And I left here that morning and drove to Oklahoma City in the worst part of that storm. But when I got,
Mm,
I don't know, maybe 10 miles north of the house, it slacked off the sprinkle, and that's the hardest I've seen the rest of the day. But
well,
not
that's
down
good.
here. Not down here. It poured. Paul, we got
It's
room on the panel if you want
it's
to
done
jump
a
in.
good job of kind of missing us, so I'm not mad.
Well, they're calling for 5 more inches starting tomorrow evening.
Mm,
And right here at the farm, I have only gotten about 5 inches throughout the this week. But that's a lot for a week. Don't get me wrong. But I
it,
think my gauge is wrong. It's just a little bitty old thing about the big as around my pinky. It was freaky at a trade show or something.
that doesn't sound like it probably catches it right.
No, that's what I've been wondering if I shouldn't get a bit. I always forget and leave them out, and they end up getting frozen and busted, as you can imagine.
Well, every time I keep talking about getting rain, uh, Todd over at Farming Nature's Way keeps telling
Yeah,
me, send us some of that rain.
I wish we could sometimes. No,
Yeah,
Paul Cleese, we don't want to watch you eat. We've seen it before. Old movie.
having to watch me, Paul.
I have never been in. Just back to your live, Robbie. I just no more, says Hippie Cow Yay. Hi, Anita. I've never watched the Marvel movies. I've never they
Uh,
just they're probably good. I just never sat down and done it. My nephews think they're the best since sliced bread.
I love Marvel. Can't help myself. As a kid, I read a lot of the comic books and such, so of course I love it.
Well, what is your thought on Napoleon Dynamite?
Never watched it.
I shut that dude off. My boys loved it. I was like, what? What? Why would you watch this? It's not even good humor. It's just stupidity. Same
I've
with
never
Dude,
watched that.
Where's My Car and Dumb and Dumber. All of those, I ain't me.
Never watched. Nope.
Me neither. I did watch a little bit of Napoleon Dynamite, and I finally just shut it off. Anytime the boys was watching it, I walked out of the room.
Now I will
Let's
admit I have watched
take
some.
on
I've watched some really dumb movies and thought they were funny, but
Cowboys and Aliens.
that actually was kind of funny.
I've watched Cowboys and Aliens. I thought it was super stupid.
It was, but it was kind of funny.
Sean, that's exactly what we've got since 10 Killer, about 5 inches. I ain't sharing my regular sandwich, Jack. Um, I hadn't had supper, and Robbie was trying to share his livers, which I do love livers and gizzards. They are good.
One time when I was traveling, I went into a restaurant and the guy said, "Do you like the insides of a chicken?" I said, "Which exact insides are you talking about?" After
Yeah,
he
some of
described
them
it, I
are not
said, "Bring them on."
hearts, chicken livers, and hearts and gizzards.
Yep,
I'm,
there you go.
I'm not crazy about a beef liver. It just
Well, there's
it's just
Greg.
too much.
Well, That's another story of traveling. I think I said this the other day. One place when I was in Egypt. No,
I
was it in
need it.
Egypt? When one place we went, they took us out to eat, and they served two things: beef. This was all beef, but it was liver and brains, and that was it. And the
I've never
brains
had
were
brains.
they were little balls about like that were fried on the outside, and the texture was horrible, so
Now
mushy. And
I
so I
like
would be like, grab the liver, grab the liver.
I like hog brains with scrambled eggs. That's the only way I've ever had them. The only
That's
other
the only
way
brains I've ever had.
the only other way I've had hog brains was in homemade catfish bait. So it makes a really good stink bait. A
I had a
really
great aunt that would get mad at you if you brought her squirrels that you killed with a 22, because you usually would shoot them in the head. And she said, no, no, it's got to be squirrel brains and eggs for breakfast.
squirrel brains and eggs. Now I do love some squirrel dumplings. Now let me tell you, hey Duncan family, welcome in. Um, we had 4 inches Tuesday and only 1 inch whatever Wednesday when it rained the next day. Um, Hippie Callier. So we had a total of 5, but they've gotten an 8
Mm.
last week. Wow, it's a lot of water. It wash you right off the top of your mountain.
I was going to look at our weather forecast a little bit to see what this week was supposed to be like.
Well, I'll give you a forecast
Paul's
in the
hog.
morning. Who's what? Boss hog.
Paul said beef liver reminds him of boss hog.
Yeah, but that fat dude liked it raw.
No, no, thank you.
So I mean, I got a hold of one time that was kind of a green looking, and I
Ooh.
just hadn't eaten many since.
I can see why.
Yeah, green liver not palatable, my
That
opinion.
doesn't sound good.
But I do like chicken livers and gizzards and hearts, and I save them and the feet off of the chickens. And the feet make fantastic broth.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots and lots of really good collagen. I'm getting some chicken movement behind me. Still just those two. I got 2 in this one and 1 in that one. And tomorrow's hatching day. So we'll see. Maybe I had Sunday coming home from 10 Killer. Our power was out for, I'm pretty sure, 9 hours. So if those 3 are the only ones that hatch, it wouldn't surprise me. There's 56
Oh
eggs
God.
in the 2
Mm,
incubators.
mercy.
But I set 41 more in that third one over there yesterday. Hey, you know what? Check that out. I am getting notices. Monty,
Monty.
how are you?
Hey, Monty.
Can you can you
Ooh,
hear us okay? No volume, Monty. We're not getting any volume.
well,
Another IT guy.
those chicks that I hatched, hatching day was Wednesday, and I had two that hatched on Tuesday. And when I got up on Wednesday morning, I already had 8.
Hey, there you go.
We ended up with 12 of those hatching.
I'm hoping we get peas and carrots, Joey says. Janae says. I'm hoping that we have a strong hatch. These are for a friend of mine. She is they're older than me. Their son's a little younger than me, but still very close friends. Now we got you. We
Yep,
heard her
I heard
asking.
There we
Michelle.
go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can always hear Michelle.
Oh.
Yeah. So y'all had some flooding too, huh? She got pigtails tonight or something.
We're working our tails off today.
Yeah.
Whew.
I'll jump on it now.
We just, I worked my tail off all day long yesterday. Friday, I was down. My back was out, and that's not good, and I'm still kind of hurting from that. But Deanna's dad had surgery Thursday. Y'all may have heard me say earlier. Back surgery Thursday, and he hadn't been able to move his legs since. So we've been to Oklahoma City till midnight last night, and we've already been up there and back today.
That's not good.
My.
And that's after I put in, I don't know, 14, 15 hours here on the farm yesterday. Not counting going to the farm, the feed store, and buying 40 chicks.
What?
Yeah, I got 40 more chicks. That's what you're hearing most of the chirping. We're adding chocolate Orpingtons and speckled Sussex to our. We're going to eventually take him on the table. He must have got done eating his stuff.
Hey, Ryan.
Crawfish etouffee is my favorite, Ryan. I like
I don't think those livers were quite as good as what he had.
No, shrimp and crawfish etouffee. Crawfish is my favorite. Every time I flew to Houston, back when I was in the corporate world, which was about every third week or so, every time I'd have to go to Papa Do's and get me a bowl of crawfish etouffee. And that expense account and Papa Do's is the reason I'm my size.
Papacitos is my place.
Papacitos is pretty stinking good, but I made it there quite often. But any of those Papa's restaurants are pretty good, but Papacitos and Papa Do's are the two best ones.
Yep.
Hey, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Want to guess what's in my incubator right now?
Eggs.
What kind of eggs?
Oh, American breasts.
Bingo. 18 of them.
I'm hoping you get some good chickens out of them. I know I don't remember how many dozen I brought down there now, but or up there. It was a bunch. I've started. Hey, Lynn, the Okie Dokie. How are you?
Hey, Lynn.
I've started doing one more step to my prepping for my eggs. So I told you I've been sanitizing them with Listerine.
Hydrogen peroxide. Oh, Listerine, yeah.
Listerine and water, 50% solution. And literally, when I bring them in, I just got it in a squirt bottle. And so that's sanitizing them when I bring them in. And I've started tilting them a couple times a day, changing their direction instead of just having them flat on the flat. But I started washing them right before I put them in the incubator and sanitizing them one last time in hydrogen peroxide. I had seen this next step. That's all of what I did this last time. I've seen this next step a couple of times, and Deanna had mentioned it too. So I adopted it, and it cuts back quite a bit on how many eggs I put in the incubator, but it's weighing them. Anything above 60 grams or below 60 grams is out. Now, I've given it a slot between 55 and 65. So anything in those I've been putting in the incubator or setting back. But there's 2 or 3 a day that aren't going in the incubator that was. And I've been trying to pay attention, and I think they're right. The smaller eggs and the extra large eggs really don't seem to hatch as well anyhow. They're saying
I got one of those eggs you gave me that is bigger than the others, so we'll see.
They produce some giant eggs. And like I say, the hatch rate, it's a bunch of young hens, so the hatch rate hasn't been really super. So I hope you end up with a good mess of birds.
I will let you know in about, I guess I've been in there for just right at a week now.
I hope Amy and Chris has set those eggs we sent home with them too. Deanna took them some at Okie, and she said they were just hatching the weekend at 10 Killer, and I'm like, what?
Whoa.
She may have had
That's
them
one pretty.
a little too long, in my opinion. Those were
I
just
got I got to add something because Rebecca, I'm pointing at the chat over here. It's over
yep,
here on my right, you know. So Rebecca asked if anybody likes frog legs. I love
yeah.
frog legs.
I love frog legs. Pile Brahma, but I have 10 in the incubator. I don't know that I've ever seen lemon pile Brahma. Sounds interesting.
Mm,
Let me. We got
mm.
like 10 minutes left before Monty and Michelle go live. But let me tell
Yeah.
you the escapade that I had buying these chicks yesterday. It's 10 miles from here to the feed store, and I made that trip 3 times for these chicks. The first time I was not intending to buy chicks, but when Dina heard they had chocolate Orpingtons, she said, "Oh, go get us some." And so, since I was buying chocolate Orpingtons, I decided I wanted the Sussex, the speckled Sussex too. And we had a rebate card that if you didn't spend it all, you lose it. They don't give you the change back. So it was like $200. So we bought $200 worth of chickens, and
Wow.
which is not all that out of the ordinary. But I get them home, and I get to looking, and the chocolate Orpingtons are definitely not chocolate Orpingtons. What they
Oh
sold
no.
me for chocolate Orpingtons were, I believe, the speckled Sussex. Now, when they start feathering better, I'll know for sure. But what they sold me for speckled Sussex were golden comets. And I had to go back up there and help them identify their chickens, what they had. And they had the
I like
chocolate
that.
Orpingtons in the golden comets. So I went up there, and I didn't intend, I don't even remember why I went. I needed a three-way splitter, nothing major. And so then I found the chicks, and I bought some feed and some flock blocks and things like that. But anyway, when the same chicks bought them, come home, realized they're not the right ones. I called them, said, "Hey, these are the wrong chickens. They're not what you think they are. What do you think?" And they said, "Bring them back. We'll exchange them." Well, Dina said, "Now, would you want chicks brought back from somebody else's farm? Had already been to somebody else's farm?" And the answer would be no,
No.
not particularly. So I didn't take them. Then I went up there, and I went up there just to try to identify what I actually had in the pen. And the manager convinced me to come back home a third time, bring them back, and get the right ones after we found the right ones. So it was quite a day. Just a
Started
absolute
talking chickens and she had to come over.
right, right. So we have got to build at least a couple more coops. How'd your
Mercy.
coop come out, Monty? Have you?
Oh, it's not done. Oh no.
We hadn't even got the old one down because of the rain.
The
Yeah.
rain has stumped everything.
Everything last week. Yeah.
And it flooded like crazy around here.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. Do you
I
see?
haven't even been watching the chat, y'all. I've just been going on.
I've been
About,
keeping an eye on it.
thank you, Robbie. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
was
just
speaking with
looked down
Tracy.
Oh, there's Tracy.
Hi,
Hi,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
So,
Wait a second. Anybody?
y'all lost a fence,
Well, it's in the dry creek bed that normally doesn't have water in it.
right?
Flooded.
We had water this time and it washed the fence out.
Well, the
Yeah.
men's retreat that I was supposed to go to this weekend, I think I told y'all about that up at
Yeah.
Killer. It was supposed to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, that rain came in Tuesday, And hey, not for nothing, Homesteading.
Ginger.
Hey, Ginger.
You, Ginger. There's a bridge over a fairly. It's a dry weather creek, so it has water in it year round, but it's about 12 inches from the bottom of the bridge normally, and 12 inches, 12 foot, and it's currently about 7 foot above the top of the bridge. Right. So there wasn't no getting in there, so it was canceled. But that's fine. It'll be another day. Not going to eat my garden this year.
Get them, Ginger. Get them. The rabbits. You've been rabbit hunting.
Oh, the rabbits.
Oh, rabbit hunting. Oh my. Okay. I'm keep telling him we got 5 minutes to set up.
So she's telling me to go get my ice cream.
Yes.
So you're doing better than we are.
Week
Tell me what I
myself
want to do.
because he's off getting ice cream. He's late getting ice cream every week. So go get your ice cream.
There's no sense of changing what's working.
I guess not. But
I had my chicken livers and I got to go get my ice cream.
my
Well,
clock says 4 minutes.
I'll share what's coming up with us when we get to Red Dirt Rooster Road. Sorry, I have been missing your shows. I have been working over since my brother's business is closing.
Oh.
It's okay, Tracy and Tim. It's probably Tracy, but we understand you can't make them all. That is for sure. I listened to. See y'all in just a few minutes.
Well, she just left.
Go get ready, Monty.
I listened to what I could hear about Money Pit. What was that?
I think he said, "See you guys."
I listened to what I could hear on Money Pit, and we were traveling back home. And then while I was doing chores, I was commenting when I was listening, but and you're live, and I didn't make Bert and Cindy today, which I struggle with that because it's 3:00 in the afternoon most of the time anyhow.
Yeah.
Which I hate that I struggle with it, but that's the way our life is, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, Jack, you asked me about the vertical lives, and that fellow that came in there today, the one was talking, it was the Earth is 4.5 million years old.
Yeah.
I removed a couple. I actually timed out a couple of people.
I deleted one comment and timed it out. See, we got 30 watching right now, and that's pretty good for us.
Yeah. But the one person that got on there and asked a bunch of questions and then said, "Well, I'm Islam. Does that make you mad or anything?" That's the ones that I want in there asking questions and such.
Yep. I agree. And that one said that the Earth was 4.5 billion years old.
Yeah.
Sorry. LOL.
It is not.
Howdy. Let's trade paint. So, guys, I didn't take a prayer request this week.
I
But
didn't see any in the chat.
I am going to pray us out. I'm going to pray for Deanna's father, which I've already said had back surgery Thursday and now can't move his legs. I'm going to pray for my Aunt Mary that got diagnosed with cancer in her lungs and metastasized to her brain, her bones, and her organs, just not sounding good at all. And if any of y'all have prayer requests, the Lord knows them, so pray along with me. Robert, you'll join me. I'm going to pray us out of here, and we'll go hang out with Red Dirt Rooster Road. Father, we just love you and praise you, and we thank you once again so much for this community. We thank you for Bodie that has joined our community, or at least starting to hang out with us. And Lord, just lift him up to you. And even if it's minor, Lord, we hope those PFALs come home. And if you can help, and we know you can, please do. Lord, for any prayer request that people have in the audience or anywhere, we just want to lift them up to you for comfort, relief, healing, whatever is needed, guidance, Lord. And for Deanna's father, we just pray total healing, whatever time it takes. He's willing to put in the work. and he's trusting in you. The same with my Aunt Mary. Lord, she trusts in you. She says God's got this. The first day I seen her in the hospital room, and I know she loves you and knows you. So anyway, healing and comfort for her as well. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So it's 8:00, so we're going to jump over to Red Dirt Rooster Road, and I hope everybody that can will come join us. God bless y'all, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
See you, Robbie.